Hi, my name is Therese Hartz, and like a lot of people out there, it's weird to tell a story that you feel like needs to be told, especially because you feel as though you're being selfish or that it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But I have a story that needs to be told. So here it is. Vocal nodules suck. For those of you who have only heard of this because of Pitch Perfect or some other joke, what vocal nodules essentially are is that they are calluses that form on the mucosa of your vocal folds, which is about the width of the webbing between your pointer finger and your thumb. And they make your life a living hell. They make it harder for you to speak. They change your singing voice. And it really is hard to communicate as a person. Now you're like, how the heck do you get those? What are these things? Who are you? Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I am currently a 6 through 12 music teacher, a proud volleyball coach for a middle school team that is now 6-1, a youth group minister, a choral director, and a athletic director. You could say at the very least my life is busy. But all of those things I feel like are gifts I was given to do things I love and things that I'm good at. The thing that keeps getting freaking in my way is this thing called vocal nodules. And these nodules make it hard to live my daily life. When I was 17, I noticed a little change in my singing voice as a junior in high school. I prayed it was allergies, and then I thought it's the singer's worst nightmare. It's vocal nodules. Went to an ENT, and he's like, nah, you're good. And I was like, whew, thank God. My dream of being a music teacher since the time I was 13 is still alive. Good job. Unfortunately, things didn't get any better. So I begged and pleaded my mom and my voice teacher to take me to the Dr. Bastian Voice Institute in Downers Grove, Illinois. And we went in there, and as sure as day is long, there they were. Broad-based swelling on both sides. I then underwent a rigorous amount of speech therapy about every other week with an incredible lady by the name of Lori Sodenberg, who is no longer part of the Bastian Voice Institute, but is on her own privately and is still my voice therapist to this day. Besides just being the best speech therapist I could have ever asked for, Lori is just an incredible human being who really has helped me emotionally go through this whole process. As you can see, I'm not wearing makeup. There's going to be crying. If you've had nodes, you understand. I then went through speech therapy back as my senior year in high school for 9 months. Now, in addition to going through speech therapy, everyone with vocal nodules has to do this lovely thing called vocal rest, which means you don't talk. Now, imagine this as a senior in high school. Yeah, it sucked. Blue chunks. Finally, in April of my senior year of high school, we decided therapy alone wasn't going to cut it, and if I wanted to pursue my dream as a music teacher, nodes were going to have to get cut off. So July 6th of 2011, I went under an hour-long surgery to take off the bruised parts of my vocal folds. After that surgery, I distinctly remember going out to lunch with my mom and my then boyfriend and asking how surgery went using my lovely little whiteboard next to my marker. And they looked at me. So then I asked again using my whiteboard marker. And they said my damage went back as much as 7th grade. Let's think about this. I'm 18 years old. I am supposed to be in the point of my life where everything's coming together. I'm a musician. People are singing and screaming so much more than I am. I'm just here following what I believe is my journey in life. And I'm told I've been hurting myself since I was in 7th grade. I then ended up forcing my way through music school. I did get a degree from Valparaiso University, and I had excellent voice teachers there who were very, very aware of my condition and worked with me. Dr. Christopher Koch of the Valparaiso University Choral, as well as the best voice teacher on the planet, Angela Young Smucker, who also herself went under vocal nodules, and we kind of went through that together again. My first year of teaching was a whirlwind, but not vocally. It was just a hot mess in terms of everything else that could have gone wrong. As a student teacher, you have a mentor who walks you through the whole process, and my mentor got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer and died. And it really sucked because she was not only my mentor, but like a mother to me. And I was not only teaching her kids, I was teaching my own studio lessons, and things started to go a little awry, and I didn't know where to go because I just had to force my way through. I transferred to a new school, the Hammond Academy of Science and Technology, where I am the first music teacher to last more than 2 years. And trust me, kids, as long as this is willing, I'll be there for a long time. But about year 2, and I'm now in year 3, I realized things were not good. And I talked to my husband, being like, it's not good. But I was so in denial of going to get treatment because I was so afraid of the outcome. And for anyone who's been unable to talk, or had to go through surgery, or had their whole livelihood at stake, it's a terrifying process. And here I was again, as a 24-year-old, doing the damn thing. Finally, I went back in February of 2018 and got re-diagnosed. They were worse than the first time. At that point, I myself was given a student teacher for being a mentor, and thank God. Because of Miss Leah Taylor, I was able to vocal rest and get back on track at least a little bit. Now, my vocal nodules are specifically difficult for a few reasons. One, they're broad-based, so they're only at the bottom, and that's part of the hardest part to shrink. 2, because of my extensive vocal damage going back to when I was in 7th grade, I have these things called sulci. Imagine a blood blister that pops in the inner part of your vocal fold and leaves a divot. Now, this divot makes the vocal fold very stiff and unable to heal. The more damage you do, the deeper the divots get. I don't know if any of you play golf, but I was a high school golf player. It's like if you keep pounding the same part of ground, you're just going to keep pulling up more grass, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse because your swing's not good. And that's what essentially I've done to myself. Now, there's a lot else that goes into this journey, but it sucks. So the whole point of this video is to 1, see if anyone watches it. 2, if you're going through this, or you know someone who's going through this, you're not alone. It just blows. It's the absolute top 5 worst things that could happen to you. Because, and I'm not diminishing any other medical disorder, this is how you communicate. This is how you're a person. This is how you live. This is how you make your livelihood in most cases. And the fact that doing what you feel called to do has caused this feels like the biggest betrayal of your body. If you want to know more about this journey, comment below. I'm more than happy to tell you about my diagnosis process, my speech therapy, my daily life with this fun little disorder. But just know you're not alone.